Welcome to another episode of Global Talk with your host, Jonathan Francis. Tonight's guest, Mentor Dennis. All right, guys. Good evening to all of you who's watching right now. Good morning, I guess, in Asia, somewhere in the opposite side of the world. Welcome to another episode of Global Talk. I believe this is episode 47. Believe that? 47, guys. Thank you. And well, Global Talk is basically a type of show where you can find the journey of many of our business partners that already started or just started the business, and it would also tell you how easy it is to find success in this business. So my guest for tonight is we call him Kuya Dennis. He will tell you his story, how his story is incredible, guys. So you will learn a lot, and he will tell you the struggles that he went through and all of that. Without further ado, let me bring him in. Hello, Kuya Dennis.
Hello.
Salamat sa pag accept
So, it's
sa invitation natin.
and thanks for having me here. It's a big opportunity as well for me.
Yes, yes. Thank you, thank you.
Uh,
Thank you guys for whoever are watching right now. Maraming salamat po. All right, so Kuya,
hmm.
let me actually hold on. Okay, before we begin, ano ba? Can you just a brief? Don't give away anything yet. Just a brief introduction of who you are. Who is Dennis?
Well, parang broad, ano? Pero well,
Yeah.
Dennis, I'm actually in 3 years' time. I'm gonna be 60 years old. I'm
Wow.
57 at the moment, so it's not too late.
Nice.
I I have three kids. They're all grown
Mm-hmm.
up now, and my wife Ellen also is still my wife at the moment. So, yeah, and do I go straight to my life experience or no? Not yet.
No, we'll not yet, not yet.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you wanna continue on,
Mhm.
um, let me see here. So, who is beyond beyond your accomplishment in the business? How would you describe yourself? Yung parang sino ka ba talaga? Before the business, maybe you can start with that, and then who have you become after you started?
Well, if I have to tell the whole story, then it's very, very long. But
It will be 2 hours.
but yeah, I will start with because I was a professional sales representative for a pharmaceutical
Hmm.
company before.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah, 15 years, so more or less 15 years, and I'm saying that always because early on after university, after
Yeah.
graduating university,
Mm-hmm.
that's the very first job that I had, and I always tell people that that was who I am because it shaped me a lot as
Right.
a person
Right.
because I used to be very shy, very reserved, and very serious type of guy. But when I joined the sales force, it changed my life.
Yeah, because
And then there's
sales is
so
a
many
different.
principles that I learned from that,
Right.
what has become of me now. And then our family, migrated to Canada in 2004 when my kids were still very small. And then now they're all grown up. They all have their own lives now. And yeah, so
Excellent. I know I've seen your pictures, your old pictures na you do mountain biking as well, right?
yes, I did. I'm pretty much a very
Oh,
yung physical aptitude ko is
I
really
I
high.
used to do
So,
that. My
oh,
bike right now is like flat in the garage, but I'm trying to get back
yeah,
to it. I haven't done it for like
yeah, yeah,
a year
yeah.
and a
So,
half. Yeah, so yeah, that's amazing.
yeah.
For me, I was actually working. my very first career was in tourism. So back I grew up in Hawaii, and back then I worked for many. I'm not going to mention the names of the companies, but I worked with many different airlines, and then here and there I keep on switching. But the passion of being in the medical field lingered for a long time. So here I am. Right, and thank you guys for watching. Coach Evelyn, Maris, Monette. That's Monette. Thank you, guys.
That is my mentor.
Yes, we have six watchers in this channel. We're streaming both in Facebook and also YouTube. Thank you guys for hosting us tonight. All right, Kuya. So in your simple understanding, can you tell the audience what is a digital business? Because everybody's seeing this, right? What is a digital business, and what is it? Plain and simple for them to really
Yeah,
understand.
I try my best. Okay.
Yes.
So the digital business is, in my own opinion, is basically a web-based or internet-based business.
Yes.
It is possible that you may have a physical office or you may not, but your business is going to be based on you have an internet incorporated in the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, one of the characteristics of a digital business is its flexibility. It is also portable. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, you only need the tools that you only need to run the business is basically your cell phone or your laptop, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
So,
that's the best part, because for example, you're riding your bike someday. Your business is running. I'm working, or we're gonna be doing something else, going on vacation, sleeping.
mhm,
Your business will keep on going. So that's the best
yes,
part. Thank
yes.
you, Susie. Susie's watching. She is my mentee. Thank you for your support. All right, goodness.
Uh, mhm.
But why the digital business? What inspired you? Because you could have been a baker. You could have been doing something else. But why the digital business?
Um, it's probably because as a small boy, you know, our parents before, they would usually tell us to study hard and then
Yeah,
get good
yeah.
grades, and then when you graduate, you get a good job, and then work for a company for for the rest of your life. But both my parents were actually entrepreneurs.
Oh,
But
okay.
along the line, it was at the back of my head, right? So at some point in my life, I would want to be a business person. So here in Canada, I was already a business owner. I ran a small construction company. So, but then again, in the year 2020, I had a life-altering health condition, and
Mm-hmm.
it redirected the perspectives in our perspectives in life, the whole family and myself, and we had to change directions. And but I was so glad, out of my prayers and my faith, it has helped me survive. So when I was recovering, I was already thinking of how I can help the household, right?
Right.
So
Wow.
I did not. I wasn't thinking of getting back into being an employee. I want to be a business person and something that I can do in my own capacity because I already have my limitations, especially physically, right? So something that I can do from home, and then, so I found this digital business on a Facebook ad to it. I studied it, and everything was history. Now I'm here. I'm enjoying it. I'm fun, and yeah.
Same thing. When I made that decision to actually start this business, I've been looking around for the longest time. Like a lot of because I knew at that point that going digital is the way to go because everything is done online. We bank, we watch movies, we everything is done online. So it's a matter of time. I saved a lot of companies that I saw, but when I saw my mentor's video, I said there's something about this business that I have to know and check out. So I did, and I'm grateful that I've started it back in 2022.
Yeah, I think
So,
I had the same, process that I went through. I checked
mhm.
a few things, right? I
Yeah,
checked a few things, but they didn't check the boxes for me. But when I
yeah,
saw this,
it was too good.
yeah, when I saw this, there was something in it that that really triggered me to go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, I totally
yeah,
agree because
yeah.
I remember, I some of the companies promise like, oh, you're gonna be earning this much in 30 days, and no, it's not.
Yeah,
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 so
that's something
you
else. Not
need
really.
to yeah, you need to decipher all of these sentences that they use.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm glad
correct.
that that we both decided to be here. All right,
Yeah.
great, Dennis. What's been the most challenging thing you've faced so
Oh,
far,
there were a
and how
few
did you?
actually. Yeah, yeah, there were a few actually, but
Mhm.
the the thing that really stood out was when I was going through the process now, and I thought, wow, I'm gonna be doing, videos. I'm gonna be facing the camera. I didn't think that I was gonna be able to do it really, and then
Right,
um, so I started watching YouTube, and then
how
how
to?
the vloggers, do it, and then I think I can do this. Maybe I should set a frame of mind that I'm just talking to a person, not really to a
Yes,
camera. So
exactly.
that's what I
Yeah,
kept doing, and now almost all of my postings are now in videos. But it was totally different before that.
I've been
So
looking at your I've been
yeah.
looking at your business page, and I seen the changes that you made. And if you look it we have the similar style because if you look on both my personal and my business page, they're all live videos. And of course there are postings as well, but I love doing videos. So
Yeah.
all right. So go ahead.
Oh yeah, that was it. So I just kept doing it. I just kept at it, and then just kept making them every day. And I felt
You
like I
get
was
used to
getting
it.
more and more comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
So
I remember I was my very first go live. I was actually just I dropped off my car, uh, uh, I think oil change, and then there was like a path that I took, probably a long path. So I
mhm.
did like a go live almost an hour. So I
Oh
forced myself for the first time. I couldn't look at the camera. I couldn't. All my sentences were broken down. I had fillers, but it was so funny. But the thing, like what you just said, if you keep doing it, you'll get better at it, right? So, guys, for those of you who can relate right now, just keep doing it. If both of us can do it,
yes.
so can you. All right. And who else? Thank you, Yauta. Thank you for watching.
Oh yeah.
Grace, Susie. Thank you guys for
Hello.
tuning in.
Ladies.
All right. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying this, this informal conversation. All right. Next one, Kuya. How do you keep your passion alive while going through some challenges? I know. Let me start because sometimes you can't avoid to feel down, right? To Especially if you're surrounded with success. Period.
Mhm.
It, there's a thing called comparing yourself to others. So, if you go through something like that, how do you overcome that?
I I look at it as a different perspective. The more, if I feel down, the more that I go into those stories, the success stories, and leverage them to for me to feel better, right?
Yes, very
Because
good.
it's a mindset that I have, that if I see them doing it and actually being successful with it,
That means you can
why
do it
can't
too.
I? So meaning
Exactly.
I can do it too, right? So it's
Yeah.
just time. This is all time bound. Time is our ally here. So we just
Yeah.
keep pushing, no matter how small the steps, as long as we are moving forward, right? So
Yeah, because unfortunately, a lot of people are not seeing and not, how can I say it? They're not actually celebrating their small achievements, their small wins. By you creating a post like you, Kuya Dennis,
mhm.
you feel comfortable doing go lives now, right? That's big achievement. That means you're opening doors to connect to other people, and people don't realize that because they're all focused on the end result. Oh, our end game, our our goals, our dreams. Guys, you have to focus on the small things first. And
Yes, correct.
yeah, go ahead, Kuya. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, because I'm basically a process-oriented person. I
Just
look,
like me.
yeah, I look at the process. I
Yeah.
usually see the trees before I see the forest,
The forest. Yep.
right? So, but then again, in most cases, when you have a vision, you have to be balanced, right? You see the forest and you will have to see the trees as well. So
Yeah.
along the way, the perfection of what you're trying to do towards that goal will make you better and better, and results will come, right?
Oh yes.
Results will
I
follow.
don't.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's fun. You know what? I went through when I started the business. It's like I was eager to find that success. I want it today. I want it now. I want a big team right now. But you know what? I realized that waiting is important because you don't want to work with those people who you cannot relate to. You cannot share the same passion and dream, right? Because
Mhm.
if you force it, it's not going to be sweeter at the, at the end,
Yes. Yes.
right? All right, Kuya.
Yeah. Because
Next
for a
one.
while, sorry. Yeah.
Go ahead. No,
Yeah.
no,
Because
continue on,
for
please.
a while, I was in a very, very competitive world,
Oh
right?
yeah.
We could not take, so situations. We had to like grab the situation
Yeah.
right away
Well,
during my,
how would they call it? Dog eats dog, right?
yeah, that was the world that I lived in for,
I
almost 15 years,
Yeah, I
and
used to
it
work with
really
that
changed.
too.
So, but now
Yeah. Okay.
it's different here.
So how has your life transformed ever since you launched your business? And also, how long did it take you from actually launching that your business?
I started in August, I remember, and by September, it was set up. It
Nice.
was that quick because I was following the timelines on the training, and yeah, I remember my first lead coming in December the 12th.
Wow.
So I remember the date.
Oh my gosh. I don't even I don't even have that
So,
on my system anymore.
so yeah. So anyway, so you were way ahead of me. So I just started last year, right? Just a few months, and the way it has transformed my life is because from a world that has crumbled in 4 years ago, when I was when I had this life altering health condition. It was stage 4, right? So we never thought that I was going to make it, but I was given a second chance. So everything crumbled for me, and I had to pick up the pieces and then put them back together. That is in terms of physical and emotional and
Hmm.
mental, right? I have to reassemble things uh, in these three aspects of my life. When I found this, it has given me a renewed sense of purpose.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So that's why I wake up excited every day. And, the first thing that comes to mind after doing my prayers, because I pray when I wake up and I pray before I
I
sleep.
do the same thing.
Yeah, within the day, I pray my rosary, many times a day. But I'm excited to check my messages. I'm excited to check my because these are small milestones for me and small successes.
Oh,
But when somebody inquires, oh my goodness.
that
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's really life transforming. And because as I mentioned before earlier, I was already a business owner. And
Mm-hmm.
being a business owner, that was a time because I loved what I was doing before. It was related to construction because I loved working with my hands. And
Mm-hmm.
that was the time. And I was very thankful that I was given that the chance to experience that I never dreaded Mondays coming. I was always excited for Monday to come. I was so eager to finish the weekend so I can go back to my job
Oh
site.
my god.
So now,
Yeah,
given that experience, and now I am having it again. That
nice.
excitement, that energy that has been given to me. Right? Yeah.
That's I feel the same way because we all been there. For those of you who are watching, we always been there. That Sunday night, you dread Sunday night because knowing that you have to wake up and work,
Yes.
and if you actually don't really enjoy your work anymore, you drag your feet. Yeah, right. So yeah, I can tell that you used to love your previous career because I feel the same way now because I love what I do. I love nursing. I love actually the nursing part of it, the patient care, the
Mm.
connection with people. That's I love that part, and that's how I run my own business. With compassion, empathy, and understanding. All right, Kuya, enough about me. This is not me. All right, let's go to the business. What's your favorite part of the business that actually stands
Well,
out to you the most?
there's not one particular aspect of it. There's maybe three.
Oh, go ahead. We have all day.
So the first thing is this flexibility, right?
Hmm.
Because it doesn't tell me when to do it. I do it when I do it. I choose the
Nice.
time, right?
Exactly.
Because I feel busier now compared to my normal life before. Now that I'm mostly stay at home, I'm busier than my life before. At least before, after working,
Hmm.
when you're gonna stop. But here, I don't know when I'm gonna stop. Even late at night, I'm still in the kitchen fixing the kitchen. But then with this, I am able to insert it, any time of the day and work on it. And even during my walks, because I'm required to walk, right, every
Hmm.
day because of my condition and because of the medication that I'm taking,
Right.
the side effect is weakness and muscle mass loss. So
Mm.
I have to be active. So that's why I walk 5 kilometers a day. So during my walks, I do it. So there's the portability of
I
this,
love it.
right?
Yeah.
It's very
I mean,
portable. Outside, when I stop at the coffee shop, I start doing it again. I work on it, right? So you can run this even with a cell phone or a laptop and just with an internet connection. And the third thing is, I don't have a boss. In fact, in April, we're going to be
you
going
do.
somewhere.
You do. You're
Yes,
you're you're
I know. That's the only boss in my life, apart from him up there.
apart from him.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say is, in the concept of a corporate world, I don't have to
You
report to
don't have
anyone
to. Yeah.
except, you know, my only and one and only boss. And then uh, that's the joy of it, right? In fact, we're going somewhere in April, and I don't have to do paperwork and file for vacation.
Exactly, because you control your own time. That's the
Yeah.
best,
So,
right? And you,
yeah.
and unfortunately, when it comes to corporation as well, the life of an employee,
Mm.
if you don't have seniority over everybody else, you're like you might not get it all the time. If you request and someone requested after before you, and
Mhm.
luck of the draw, you're not gonna get it more than likely. So
Yeah.
that's the hard part of being an employee. And by you doing the go live, I believe that doing, showing everybody how you are, the way you talk, the way you show your emotions by doing you go live, you can reach more people. You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
there are so many of us, so many that are passionate about doing this business. And I always say, how can you stand out? And by me doing go live like this, we're making our path even clearer, towards that
Mhm.
dream of ours.
Yes.
All right, Kuya. Next one. We're zipping through these questions. I love these questions. Within
Mhm.
the community, or take out the within the community in general, how do you define a servant leader? The essence of it.
Yeah, because when we say leader, there's a big difference between a leader, a manager, or a boss, right? Because we've been in
Exactly.
the corporate world for we spent our lives there for quite some time. And bosses usually just bark orders. They want you to follow them out of a mandate from somewhere up there. So there's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Bosses want you to follow the orders. The
Mm-hmm.
servant leader or a leader is different because he leads, right? There is a particular quality of a leader that there's no need for him to ask the members of the team to follow. When he says, let's go north, everybody will go north. Let's go south, everybody will go south, right? So
Yeah.
that is the difference. When a leader sets by example and the leader when a leader immerses himself with the team, like trying to find the strengths and weaknesses of every member, and these strengths are being nurtured and these weaknesses are being supplemented, supported, then you have a better team. That is what a leader to me is, right? Because
I love it. I love it.
right. So yeah, most leaders, in fact, the more famous, because I can only name very few in my corporate life. I can only name very few of them.
I have to
And
say, I agree with you. Yeah.
yeah, and most of them, when they led our team at that time, success was always there. Awards were always at hand, right? So because when I was in the pharmaceutical sales life, I could say it's not that I'm, lifting my own bench, but I was getting awards back then. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I said earlier that I was very competitive. It's just now
Mm-hmm.
because of probably of age, and I'm less of it now, and that the principles that we follow here in this line of what we're doing right now is not actually, no pressure. Life should be, just at the right pace.
Oh, I totally
Yeah,
agree.
yeah,
And yeah, I have to agree with you. When it comes to servant leadership, it's like you have to put the people that you work with first, right?
yes,
If
correct.
you're leading, because
Yeah,
success comes from the bottom and not just pulling yourself up if you're on the
yes,
top, right?
correct.
So that's the difference. And then that's I'm still a work in progress. I'm trying to be that. I'm trying to
Mhm.
impart all this knowledge to the people that I work with all the time, not just in the business, but in life in general. So that
Yes.
way you can influence people, even though you don't know them, you leave your mark through
Hmm.
them,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So, oh, hello, Ate Hazel. Thanks for watching from the Philippines.
Oh,
Thank
hi,
you,
Doc
guys.
Hazel.
Thank you, guys, for watching. Thanks for the support. All right. Okay. Could you discuss some significant moments or milestones, big, small, you've experienced as a business owner? I know you've done traditional business before. So,
Mhm.
Share that part.
Well, it's really different when you own your own business. That's why I keep encouraging my children. Now they're in the trades profession, probably influenced but with what I did before because I was with finishing carpentry, right? So,
Hmm.
and we were installing stuff with newly built houses, and that was my business before. And because you are in control of every single thing that goes on with your profession,
Hmm.
that is the best thing with having a business because you are in control and you can dictate, you can create, you can command, the amount you want to have, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
There's no limit. Correct. That's why when people ask me, oh, magkano na ba ang kinikita mo dyan? I usually don't tell them because if that is gonna be the basis of your decision to be here, then that's not good because here you will be creating your own, right?
That's
It's
true.
not because of me. You may make more than me, or it doesn't mean that you may make more than me or make less than me. It's you. It's your due diligence that's gonna spell whatever you want to happen in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Di ba?
That's a common misconception about people trying to start this business. They think it's a job, job, right? That
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
start, they're going to get paid. No, guys. Have like what Kuya said. Do your find out. You know, it's
Mhm,
do your research because this you're creating a legacy here. You're forming a legacy for your family, and legacy takes time.
mhm,
Some people did it in a few months, some people did it in a couple of years. You might do it in, the same short time. But this is not a 9 to 5 work. This is a
correct.
business, and there's more benefits of having a business because, guys, remember, those people who actually are up there when it comes to finances, they are business people. Remember that. you
Mhm,
know all of these people who are successful in any forms of any finance, any forms, anywhere. These are business people, and they also focus on having multiple uh, sources of revenue or income. So yeah. but
yeah,
I
imagine yourself if you're an employee, the people who are paying your salary are the business people. I agree with what you said,
exactly
right? So
exactly
you can be like them. It's just that what we're doing now, you don't need employees. You don't need to maintain a lot of stuff, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
guys, oh, go ahead, Kuya. Sorry.
yeah. So no, I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay. So there's a study that was done that I cannot mention where it's coming from, but just do your part. It's predicted that by 2030, okay, digital marketing, or those people who works in the digital world, just like this one, this type of business will be $1 trillion business. Okay,
Mhm.
comprehend that. Let it simmer. So the $1 trillion business, guys. So why not start it now? Build it within 5 years or so. Whenever we get to that point, imagine, imagine your status at that point. As long as you keep, working on this business, being consistent, being resilient, and just keep pushing. Whatever happens, keep pushing because focus on the dream. You'll be amazed. Maybe someday, you will say, I made it.
Yeah, and you look back and you'll be thankful,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So
Okay, talking about that, continue that thought, Kuya.
mhm.
Talking about your own business, whatever we're doing now, where do you see yourself about 5 years, 3 to 5 years?
Well, it depends on how people or how we define success, right? Because we cannot really quantify success. Some may see it as financial. Yes, of course. Who wouldn't want a financial success, right? Everybody
Yeah.
wants it. But how much of it do you want? You don't really know. For some, oh, this is okay. Some, oh no, I need more. So that is a different measure. That's difficult
Yeah.
to measure, right? As
Yeah.
long as you are are having a more comfortable life compared to your life before because of this business, then probably you can say you're successful. And second, to me, the ultimate success for me is being able to help others.
Mm.
That is, I think, the mission that I am trying to pursue now, because let's say it's too profound, it's too ideal, but that's how I feel. Because
Yeah.
somewhere along the way, because I am very thankful that I was given a second chance at life. And if this is, and I believe that he actually led me here, and leading me here, and probably he's saying, oh, you're going to help a lot of people. So
Your time
in
is
one
beyond
or the
over.
other way, right?
Yeah.
So one way or the other, I mean, bumaliktad yung sinabi, one way or the other, right? So within the community, our community, I could probably, sort of hopefully inspire some of the team members, some or a few, or I hope I'm doing that, and others who are about to come to the community. Yeah, so
Wow.
that's how I feel,
Excellent.
really. Too
I
ideal,
love
too
it.
profound,
No,
but
for me,
but it's just a feeling that I have, really.
you're right. For me, it's not being ideal or idealistic. It's not, because your dream, God put your specific dream inside you and not everyone else, right?
Mhm.
So people around, some people around you won't understand that. They will not get what you're doing because that dream is not inside them, that God put inside yourself
Correct.
only, right?
Yes,
I
I
got that
agree.
from some some speaker somewhere. But it's true, right? And I'm gonna mention this again, for myself, for my business. In about 5 years, maybe 3 to 5 years, I want to really start a medical mission, especially focusing on kids with like cleft palate, getting them
Oh,
fixed,
that
and
is a
those
noble cause.
a-
Yeah.
and those older folks that we have that they can even afford dentures. That's what I'm really pushing. And of course, the very first people that I want to help is my family, and of course my aging parents. Beyond them, I want to extend to those people who actually want the help, then they can't find the help. And
Mhm.
I already connected with a lot of medical folks who's ready to just go.
Mhm.
but but in order for us to get to that point is we need to find that we need to find success in this business, because you can't help with an empty cup, as
Yes,
they call
because
it, right?
you have to help yourself first before you
Exactly.
can help others. Yes.
Exactly. All right, Kuya. It's
Mhm.
been. I told you. I mentioned yesterday that we're just going through like a couple of questions, and we actually finished for
Oh,
the
yeah.
list. All right, for the final question, I'm gonna. Um, what do you say to those people who just started their journey in the business, newbies? And also to those people who keep on like going back and forth and undecided. I had one again, one of those. I'll address her after you talk. Go ahead, Kuya.
Well, let's start for those who are still on the other side of the fence, still looking and lurking. You will have more questions as you go on. If you keep lurking, you will have more questions in mind, unanswered questions. The thing is, if you take the first step, nothing bad is gonna happen to you, except that you will gain more knowledge about what you were initially interested in. That's what happened to me, right? It's a common experience. So when I jumped in, I gave my name, my email address, and I started learning about it. And then some of my questions were answered. And then I followed the process. More questions
Mhm.
were answered. And then more and more and more. And now I'm here. I'm doing it, right? And for those who are already in, I know there are challenges, many challenges, but just keep a positive mental attitude, and then take steps forward, no matter how small the steps are, as long as you're moving forward, not
Yeah,
backward. you step you step back, but you move forward much stronger, right?
much
So
stronger. Yep, bigger steps.
just take steps, little steps, baby steps, as long as you are moving forward and keeping your vision clear of what you want to happen. Uh, that's what because that's what I do, and
Yeah,
I don't know if that's correct or if that works for
that's
everyone, but
that's perfect.
as long, in fact, there are days when you're down and you don't feel like doing it, do it anyway, right? If you don't
Yeah,
feel like checking your messages, check them anyway, because somebody
yeah,
might be there, you know.
yeah. It's like I'm glad you mentioned that because last week some a family event happened, and
Mhm.
unfortunately one of our family members passed away. You know
Oh,
that I
sorry to
told
hear
you.
that. Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but the thing was, the following day after that happened, I still did my go live. I still was in my business, because by me doing that, I'm honoring that, I call him mini person, and I'm honoring
Yeah.
that person, that I'm not quitting. Because
Yes.
my mission is bigger than me. you
Correct.
know
Yes.
well, Kuya Dennis, I really enjoyed it. I made the perfect decision for you to come into my
Oh,
show.
oh,
you
likewise. I'm thankful that you even invited me. I was even surprised that you
No, don't be,
invited
because
me to your.
I in
Yeah,
my
really
show
honored that I'm here. Yeah.
I invited pioneers, um, new people that started the business, and everyone can be a part of this show, because this show opens up doors to everybody who wants to tell their stories, because by this way people can reach back to you and say, I saw you and I can relate to you, right? Well, good, Dennis, thank you again.
Well,
And
thank
for
you
those
as
of you
well.
who
And thank,
watched,
yeah,
maraming salamat po. And just remember, if we decide to change, a door will open up, and maybe that door will close again. But if you decide to keep going, no door can close behind you. So remember that, always pursue your dreams, and keep striving. Maraming salamat po. And once again, this is your host. My name is Jonathan Francis, and we have Kuya Dennis here. And
thank
thank you
you.
po. And if you guys can resonate with our own story, connect with us. And Kuya, I forgot to, you forgot your website. What's your website? Please share.
Oh, how do I share it?
No, no, just mention it. Just
Oh,
mention it,
my
and then
website is www.jrdennisvidanes.com.
yes, check out Kuya Dennis if you guys want a passionate mentor. And maraming salamat po once again. All right, guys,
Okay, thank you. Bye
signing
bye.
off.
Thanks for watching.